Guten Tag, Leute, and welcome to my channel. My name is Adeola. I'm a Nigerian student living and studying in Germany. And on my channel, I'm going to be talking about all kinds of content about lifestyle, working in Germany, studying in Germany, and traveling. So today, we are going to be talking about giving birth in Germany and things I learned as a foreigner. I learned a lot about, giving birth in Germany, and I would like to share with you guys. My son is about 13 months as I'm filming this video. Don't get me wrong, the things I'll be sharing are not all bad things. There are a lot of positive things too, and I just thought to share because this is my opinion and my observation. I'm sure it's going to differ from city to city and from hospital to hospital. So let's get started. The first thing is finding a midwife. One of the first things people will tell you when you're pregnant is get a midwife. Yes, finding an English midwife is also very, very tedious. And it differs from city to city because it takes time. The midwife I got was through referral, and I couldn't be more happier because she was very attentive, as I could message her anytime, except she's at work, of course. Getting a midwife is actually a big deal here in Germany because they are super involved with you. My midwife came to my house to see me pre-birth and gave me lots and lots of tips. She gave me a great support, as a neutral person, because of course parents are very, very extra. No offense to parents. It's actually very obligatory in Germany for you to have a midwife, but you don't necessarily have to have a doctor. The irony of it all is that the midwife you have bonded with pre-birth is usually not available when you are giving birth at the hospital. And I'm sure some people are thinking that, so why do you need a midwife? And that is because in Germany, they have a really, really fantastic system where the midwife, regardless of your insurance, either private or public, are there for you before birth and after birth. I think private is quite different and might offer more meetings, pre-birth and post-birth, but I don't know. But I use public insurance, and I had a lot of meetings with my midwife pre-birth and post-birth. She came on a daily basis after birth, and then subsequently she came every other week. She came to check the baby to see if I'm breastfeeding okay, if we are bonding well. They check if my tummy muscles have tightened, and if you add stitches, they will check if you are healing and recovering very well. I had an idea of what to do from friends and family that have had babies, but it was a luxury and relief to have someone physical to talk to and ask those crazy questions. She helped me bathe my son when she was ready, but sincerely, I had bathed him twice before she did. The Nigerian in me wasn't comfortable with the blood patches he had from the hospital. They only cleaned him a bit at the hospital, and it was horrible. I called some of my married friends who have had kids to come bathing for me. It's really such a good feeling for someone to come and check on me medically. Another benefit of the insurance is that I heard that there's a package where they give a fee of about 100 to 200 euros where you can spend this on baby-related courses that you want. And that includes the birth preparation course and the course that helps you build back your pelvic floor strength after giving birth. It all depends on the insurance that you use, and it is always good to check and maximize all the benefits your insurance gives. I didn't know about this, and that means that I didn't get to use any of the courses that I could have benefited from. Then doctors here speak English. I was thinking that I wasn't going to get a good English-speaking doctor because at the point of delivery and labor, I didn't want to have to start racking my brain to speak German. Number two, you can stay longer in the hospital to recover. I mean, my husband wasn't in Germany at that time, and my friends had exams. So I just knew that, I was going to be on my own, at least to an extent. So I was really excited to just stay there and enjoy the luxury that they give. They bring your food, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and this was good. Then you are definitely not entitled to a private room if you're on public insurance, except you ask. And when you do, you have to pay. They'll charge you for it. When I asked and they said I was going to pay, I just didn't bother because it's just me. But no one is making it a compulsion for you to stay. after birth, but it's a normal birth procedure that happened here in Germany, and it is really refreshing. I was alone in the room the day I got there. Then later at night, a woman that had a baby came to the room, and her baby was screaming all night. The nurses came to check, to ask if she was okay, help put the baby to breast. And yeah, I was babyless. Now you can imagine what was going through my head. Another benefit of staying the 2 to 3 days after birth is that the first checkup your child would have, which is called U1, usually happens there at the hospital. So as a new mom who just recovering from a major medical call moment, you don't have to pack your bags and go to your new pediatrician. You could just enjoy the pediatrician at the hospital, take care of you and the baby. And this is such a good thing. The third thing is, when you are in pain, they don't offer strong pain relief. They only offer paracetamol and ibuprofen. I know this is normal, but I was expecting a stronger form of pain relief. Even when I asked for an epidural, they were offering to give me paracetamol and ibuprofen because I wasn't fully dilated, and they were just, telling me to just stay strong, So if you have a low or high tolerance for pain, just know that you're going to be given paracetamol and ibuprofen. The fourth thing I learned is bring your snacks or finger food. Like I said earlier, I had a really good experience at the hospital, but for the food, as a foreigner that loves my local food, I wouldn't encourage you to look forward to their cuisine. They look nice, but on my taste bud, no. I had fun in the hospital and they took care of me. But the only reason why I wanted to go back home as soon as possible was the food. I'm sorry, because I like my food a certain way and I didn't get this at all. Because at midnight when I was breastfeeding my child, and the kind of hunger that eats me is usually top notch, I needed to eat something or munch on something. My snacks was my night lifeline. One time, I ordered for rice and chicken. I asked the chef that, was the food nice? And she said yes, with all seriousness. And when they brought the food to me, I was like, what is this? There's something that Germans can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is bread. I had to tell my friends to bring me food. Luckily, they brought me rice pepper soup, yam pepper soup. Some other days I had noodles. I was actually pampered at the hospital before I came home. But yeah. The fifth thing I noticed is that there is a book that all mothers are given, which is called Mother Pass. Everything the doctor needs to know about you and your baby is in there. I was told by my gynecologist that I have to carry this book everywhere I went, from grocery shopping to strolling. She said from the day I was given, I would need to carry it about. I always ask that, why do I need to carry it around? I just figured out that you have to carry it along because if anything happens to you anywhere on the road, the doctors will not attend to you until they see your medical history. Even if you are in pain, they won't treat you until they know that you are fit to be treated. So please always carry it around. If I'm being truthful, I didn't always carry it around, but it'd be nice to carry it around, except if you have a medical concern. It contains tons of information. The sixth thing I noticed is, as a foreigner, by now, you should know that Germans like a lot of paperwork. So yes, there were a lot of paperwork that needed to be put in place, before birth and after birth. Some things like kindergarten, Kinder and Eltern Guild, so you can receive money from the government, international copy of your birth certificate, so you can get citizenship for your child from your home country as a foreigner in Germany. There's a lot to do, actually. There's a lot to do, before going to the hospital and after going. Luckily, my midwife was there to help me. So thankful to her. Another thing is that they don't give your baby a bath after the baby come out. I hear in the US and other, countries, babies are given proper bath. Even in my home country, Nigeria, babies are bathed in the hospital. My son had like blood patches in his eyes, in his ears, in his hair, in between his toes and fingers, in his nose that I wiped out after a few days. I didn't have an issue with it, but the fact that that your child is not clean can give you a lot of concern. Lastly, they love when you trust them and their judgment. They are very competent in their job, and they were the calming storm I needed during my labor to delivery period. I have come to the end of this video. I would love to hear from everyone who has given birth in Germany and the things you notice in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.